What's up, guys? It's Rob with Black Hill Woodwork, and in today's video we're going to be turning another Burl. Not as big as the last one, but it is black cherry like the last piece we did. Not as rotten, which is good. As I'm saying that, pieces are falling off, but it really isn't nearly as bad as last video. So let's see what we make of it. So looking at this piece, I'm planning on making a vase. I have a feeling the grain's gonna look pretty nice. It's not gonna be a very big vase. I want a more simple looking one where the grain is the main focus, I guess. Not really the shape, but just the wood itself. I don't have my main faceplate with me right now. I'm doing 2 videos today, and the other piece that I'm making has the faceplate still attached. So I'm left with this huge one, or this very tiny one. And I don't want to have to make a 10 in and flip it over and stuff like that. I just want to put a faceplate on, turn it and hollow it out, and then just cut it off. So I'm still thinking what would be better, this huge faceplate or this really tiny one. I think I'm gonna go with the tiny faceplate, just because if I put the big one on, I'm only gonna have like 2 or 3 holes that I could actually use for the screws. With this tiny one, at least all 4 screws are going to be on the hard part of this log. I know my fingers are blue. If you guys watch the next video next week, you'll understand why they're blue. Okay, seems nice and secure. Here she is again. Nice little Burl right there. It goes all the way around. And here's the actual log that it's on. So let's put it on the lathe. Gonna be a lot of pieces flying off. Okay. Still got a long way to go. We'll turn up the speed a little bit too. Wow, that is super noisy, and I'm not exactly sure why. Jeez. You can see that Burl grain coming out. Right here, you can definitely see it. And I don't want to get rid of all of it. But, I mean, look at this. It's not even turned right here, so I need to keep going. I've been staring at this thing for the past 10 minutes trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. So I think for sure I'm going to be cutting it off right about around here, because this is just disintegrating. But if I cut it here, I get rid of half of this Burl right here. But that's okay. So it'll be a smaller vase. It'll be right here. And maybe I'll use this piece later for a bowl or something. Still trying to figure out the shape I'm going for. I guess we'll just figure it out along the way. So let's see. I'm gonna add some CA glue to these white areas that are punky. Not a lot, just to harden it up once I sand. You know, a lot of people hate CA glue for some reason. I noticed in the wood turning community, people are always talking about how you shouldn't be using CA glue. And I truly don't understand why. I know people say it gets brittle over time. And I guess I haven't experienced a piece that I use CA glue on, you know, seen it 20 years later to see what happens, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's been working for me so far for a lot of different things. And I mean, it's so quick too. I just put it on, sand it, and it's good. You do have to be careful though where you put it, because it does change the color of the wood. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna get my Jacob's chuck, hollow it out a little bit. This is more of a decorative piece. So, I mean, it is pretty thick, but I'm not gonna be hollowing out the whole thing. And if you look at these holes, I mean, this hole right here goes in like a full inch. And I don't want to be able to see the inside through these holes. So you'll be able to put a flower in it, or a plant, but not a very big one. I'm gonna take this little nub off, flatten the top, and get my Jacob's chuck. Doing extremely light cuts because I still don't 100% trust the really small faceplate that I have. Plus the piece is very long, and usually with longer pieces they tend to wobble a lot towards the end over here, and it's just harder to make cleaner cuts. See, like you can feel that. I don't know if you can see it, but you can feel it. Done sanding. I'll tell you what, it took a very long time to sand this piece, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Let's see what this Burl looks like. I'm gonna be using tried and true. I might switch up the finish later on. Tried and true is more of a matte finish, and I got a feeling that this piece might be better with like a glossy finish. I'll see. I might put general finishes, salad bowl finish on it afterwards. But let's see what it looks like with this finish. Yeah, I mean, look at that grain. So to take this thing off the lathe, I'm actually just gonna use a saw, cut it right here. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the faceplate, I mean, I was telling you the whole video that I don't really trust this faceplate, but it has a wiggle to it, and I just don't want to use the parting tool to cut this any deeper, so I'll use a saw. It's okay. Use a saw, Sand the bottom, apply the finish, and we're all done. You'll see some better shots of this in a second, but if you guys have any time, please hit that like, that subscribe button, all that good stuff. And as always, stay tuned for future videos. I post every Monday, and shorts every Monday and Wednesday. So let's saw this thing off, sand the bottom, and it'll be done.